Hey, happy wacky tobacco day, everyone. Justin Trudeau's dream of turning Canada into a stoner's paradise has arrived. Potheads rejoice. But for the rest of us, here are 3 sobering reasons why cannabis legalization in Canada is going to be less of a panacea and more of a problem in the months ahead.
Everything you got there can hurt you, can't it?
Sure, kid. Why do you think they call it dope?
Oh, happy, joy. It's October 17th, so feel free to light up a fatty and celebrate Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's latest dubious achievement. But before you get too blitzed, consider the downside of legalized marijuana. Number 1, lack of roadside testing.
Kind of grabs you by the boo-boo, don't it?
Hey, man. What?
You know, we're supposed to be getting tough on impaired driving, and now law enforcement has to deal with this. You know, in July, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police said that it's unlikely to reach its goal of having 2,000 officers trained to spot drug-impaired drivers as of today. As well, setting the groundwork for compliance will mean a price tag in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Oh, well, I guess the feds will just have to raise taxes, I suppose. By the way, there is this feeling that legalizing pot will both end the black market and be a cash cow for government. Whoever believes this must be smoking some really nasty stuff. Writing in The Sun, Mark Bonikowski notes there is expected to be a whopping 400% shortfall of legal supply in year 1 of legalization. Do you think users will simply go without? Or will they turn to that guy in the park with all those little baggies? Besides, it looks like buying recreational pot in the legal channel could be 3 times more expensive than the black market stuff. So much like contraband tobacco that's sourced at a fraction of the cost from native reserves, there will surely be a vibrant market for illegal cannabis based on the bottom line too. But back to the road safety issue. My prediction, given that most law enforcement agencies lack the necessary equipment for roadside testing, well, just expect to see more turmoil on the roads as users drive high, something we're all going to end up paying for with increased insurance costs, not to mention the human cost of lost lives. The second reason legalized pot is bad, the olfactory factor, which is to say, why must the stench of weed so resemble the scent of this creature? Attention cannabis users, your joints stink, your clothes stink, and you stink. I'm all for personal freedom, but your right to wave your fist in the air ends at the precise moment it connects with my face. So who goes to the bat for the majority of society? You know, those who don't want to smell or ingest your secondhand smoke, a scent that resembles the aromatic sensation of a dead skunk entombed in a plugged toilet. But I guess that's our problem now, isn't it, as society must accommodate your addiction. Finally, the third reason legalization could prove hellacious. When it comes to so-called reasonable accommodation, how soon will it be before the system is gamed by marijuana activists?
You're trying to say that entitlements, I'm not entitled to my entitlements. No, I am entitled to my entitlements.
Indeed, remember the human rights fiasco that was Steve Gibson versus Gator Ted's? Here's the synopsis. Steve Gibson was a regular at Gator Ted's restaurant in Burlington, Ontario, and he claimed he was discriminated against when the restaurant's owner, Ted Kindos, asked him not to smoke marijuana outside the establishment's front door. This was due to numerous customer complaints and the fact that allowing this activity to occur on the premises would likely result in the Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario revoking Gator Ted's liquor license, which of course would put Gator Ted's out of business. Incredibly, in a saga of dueling bureaucracies, the Ontario Human Rights Tribunal stated that its rules actually trump those of the AGCO. and that to them it was apparently more important for Mr. Gibson to freely smoke his medical marijuana for soft tissue injuries, of course, than it was for Gator Teds to, remain in business. Ted Kundos fought the human rights hucksters for 10 long years, and after doling out some $80,000 in legal fees, an adjudicator for the tribunal reversed the decision. Translation, the Human Rights Tribunal would no longer force Gator Teds to break provincial law to accommodate the law-breaking Gibson. But here's the rub. This sordid saga was settled in 2013, a full 5 years before today's marijuana legalization. Now that this substance is legal, how soon will it be before pot activists and people driven by utter selfishness, like the Steve Gibsons of this world, push the envelope in terms of reasonable accommodation? Bottom line, this whole process of legalizing cannabis, something that goes back 3 years ago when Justin Trudeau seemingly made this promise on the spur of the moment while on the campaign trail, clearly hasn't been thought through properly. Rather, it was ostensibly done to make Justin look hip with the kids and to virtue signal to all us squares out there that Justin is right and we're all wrong. In other words, the legalization of pot is yet another picture-perfect Justin Trudeau cock-up, right up there with his Mr. Dress-Up dance routine in India and cutting multi-million-dollar compensation checks to Islamist terrorists. Well played yet again, Mr. Prime Minister. 2019 just can't come soon enough. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.